Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite warlock here, practicing necromancer. And today, I want to bring to you some inner gnosis, if you will. And I want you to consider these on a personal, individual level. Okay? As black magicians, black magi, witches, warlocks, necromancers, and those of us that deal with demonolatry and spirits and stuff. I want you to start thinking about self-care, self protection. Okay, and there's a number of things that you can do, and I thought I'd take a moment and kind of just discuss four of them. Okay. Now, first up is a seal of protection. What is a seal of protection? It is a balancing factor. Okay. When fired off, I want you to think of these as like men and women, day and night, the sun and the moon. It's a polar opposite effect. Okay. So when you activate a protection seal, okay, what this is doing is it is showing it the door. Okay. Basically, what this is doing is you're putting up a mirror and going, hello, not today. Okay. It is doing its job. Okay. Number two, wardings. Wardings are something that is very, very good. And this is why. Okay. Most of us are aware of crystals, such as quartz. Okay. The bigger the quartz, you can charge them for protection. You can use certain herbs or certain things that deal with protection magics. Okay. Look at the Wheel of Hecate, for an example, by Jason Miller. Very, very good book, and very, very good seal. I really enjoyed that one myself because I've actually utilized it in the past. But a seal of warding is something that literally stops things at the door. Okay? It's similar to a seal of protection, but it's a little bit different, and this is why. A protection seal is meant to guard against things. Okay? Basically like a reflecting agent. Okay, think of a laser from a gun. Okay, when you target something, that laser is connected right where you're going to be shooting. Okay, magic is the exact same way. So if you're shooting and you've got your sights and you squeeze that trigger just gently enough to turn on that light, you're looking down the range and you're seeing that light touching that target. Okay? But it disappears as soon as you pull that trigger. A protection seal prevents that from happening. It prevents it from happening. Okay? It literally is like a mirror image. But here it is. If you put up a mirror, okay, and you block that laser, So if you're guiding it and all of a sudden a mirror comes up, you can ricochet that to any given point, including back to its source. That is a seal of protection. Now, a seal of warding, like I said, is very similar. But here it is. A seal of warding is something that you put up around your home. Okay? Much like you do with quartz crystals. Okay? Or amulets, talismans, even. Okay? But in this form, you're dealing with a seal of warding. Now, a seal of warding prevents any negativity, any baneful or wrathful sorcery from crossing that hedge. Okay? That means it's not coming into your home. It is not even coming into your car. Okay? It is not coming into your life, period. It is effectively stopped right there at the border. A seal of cloaking. What is a seal of cloaking? I want you to think about this one as an offensive tactic, okay, along with the next one. And this is why. Unlike the first two, which is strictly defensive, okay, strictly defensive techniques, a seal of cloaking is one of two things that I would recommend to you to have a clear understanding on. I want you to think of a blanket, okay? One of the things that the military does is when they were going through a bombarding regiment, okay, during World War II, one of the things that they would do from battleships is bombard an entire area, a beach or coastline, okay. The reason for this is they wanted to take out as much of the enemy forces as possible. Look at D-Day for a prime example. We all know how that turned out for for the Allies. Okay? Yeah. How many men did they lose? You know, they went in with like over 500,000 men, and how many survived that onslaught by the Germans? Yeah. You know what I mean. So think of it as a blanket effect over your home, okay, over your activities, okay. What this does is it effectively cloaks you, prevents your enemies, your haters, everything that would hinder your process or the rites, rituals, or workings that you are putting forth from being interrupted. Okay? It is literally preventing it. Okay? So they're not even going to be seeing what you're doing. That's a seal of cloaking. Okay? Now, a seal of adjuration. What is a seal of adjuration? Okay? This is something that I think everybody should do. Okay? Especially those of us on the left-hand path. We can't do everything, and we can't look out for every possible thing. Okay? It's like trying to be friends with everybody. It's just not going to happen. You know, you got to be realistic there. Okay? So you can put up amulets, you can put up talismans, you can put up crystals and herbs and whatever the hell you can think of that I haven't said here. Okay? As much as you want. There's only going to be at least one small weak point. It could be something that you overlooked. It could be something that you did not plan for. Or it could be something that you just didn't even know about. Okay? Either way you look at it, this particular seal of abjuration, okay, cancels it out. It is flat out. There is no passing go. There is no collecting $200. It is just bam, stopped dead in its tracks, canceled out, defeated, done. Plain and simple. Okay? And I want you to think about these things because self-care also plays into effect here, because when you're thinking offensive, you're only seeing where you're going. One of the things that Julius Caesar was renowned for is having his center fall back in the middle of a battle. Basically, effectively looking at an enemy and say, come on. Come on. Take the aggressive stance and come on. attack. Now, what's interesting here is as soon as the opposing force enters that arena, it closes up behind them. The ranks closes up behind them, and they're effectively neutralized. They are effectively cut off from any backup. No one out, no one in. I want you to think of a seal of adjuration just like that, because that's basically what it is. It is canceling out all that bad mojo 150%. Or as my former friend and blood brother, once put it, back before he died of cancer, Brother John Saunders, who died a couple years ago, 666%. Because that's what it is. Now, as for self-care, sea salt baths, ritualized baths, daily cleansings, such as washing your hands, cleansing your mouth with alcohol. You don't have to swallow the alcohol. You can just swish it around like you do with, say for an example, mouthwash. You're killing off that bacteria. And in a ritualized setting, this is always good, especially when you're dealing with spirits. It's just good hygiene in general, really. Deals great with your health. It's like fasting or eating healthy. Laying off the red meats. And if you look at it, self-care is something that is very, very much needed. And a lot of practitioners don't do that. Okay? So, as a practitioner of black magic, we all know that there are negative forces out there. We know that there are baneful energies that can attach itself to us. We know that there are enemies such as the Judo-Christian institutions that will attack us for our beliefs, try to discredit us. They have legions of followers, sentinels, if you will. We're just one practitioner, but we're coming together as a community as well. That's why it's important to know both offensive and defensive techniques. Having the knowledge and the know-how to back up what you preach. So, the way I look at it is like this. Back up what you preach and always make yourself available to the public. You're responsible for the things you do and say. All right? Hope this has been enlightening. Enjoy.